YouTubers, welcome to the channel. I thought I'd just do a video on my liveries and let you know what I like to do on GT7. So this was my first one, the Alfa Romeo, and I found that rather than using Scape, I like to put the car on a track and then just use the photo feature, which you can actually get out and walk around the car, and you'll see some of the photos I've taken of the few liveries that I've done. And anyway, this was my first one, and I had a bit of fun with it. Number 17 is my number, and I didn't go too crazy with this one. It was popular with a few people, but and this is at Nürburgring, and I actually went in a race. I think it was a one-lap race only, or maybe a two-lap race, and I ended up winning and testing out the car, and it's all jacked up too, as you can see. It's got the wide wheels, and you can use the shutter speed to your advantage as well. If you do a slow shutter speed, you won't get the blur. And this was an interesting shot because he had more pace on me on the final straight, and I had to keep blocking him, and he was getting pretty close, but I managed to keep him at bay and win the race. Okay, so this is the Jaguar XJ220. A lot of people are using this as the Wraith, which obviously was a Dodge concept car. The Wraith is a movie with Charlie Sheen, for those who don't know. Can't remember which track this was. I think it was Dragon Trail, and I took it out there, and again I just go on the time trial, just go around the track, and then when you finish you can just go in and replay the race and pause wherever you want, and you'll see some of the images I've took of some of the other cars I've done, and yeah, it's a fun way of actually doing it. I think the scape is so limited, you can't go around the car, you can't do anything. This is a much better option to put it, and you can actually be in a race, or you can just do a time trial or whatever you want, but yeah, I just try to choose tracks. This is Tokyo. I use this car on Tokyo to get the grind of the 825k. It's jacked up to about 700 pp, but I put comfort hard on the front and sports hard on the back. I can do it pretty much with only one short pit stop. I think you can do up to 9 or even 10 laps on fuel mix 6. And then I pit, and then I usually pass 2 cars. Okay, so this is the Dodge Challenger. A lot of people do the General Lee with this. Now, you notice the flag on top. This is using the virtual thing. It doesn't come out very good, but I just wanted to show you the flag. I changed that to all blue because they took it off me. This was the original flag, and I got banned for a week. And but anyway, these are the photos I did before I got banned. I didn't realize I'd get banned for using the Confederate flag, but there you go. But I managed to at least do some photos. I love this photo. I love the pace when you go full throttle and you can just use a slow shutter speed like 1/60th and get the movement of the car. It's a great car. There's a particular photo coming up in a minute where I put it on Fisherman's Bay, I think it is, the track. This is at Watkins Glen short course. Yeah, so this is off a thing. You pause it while it's in midair, and then again you get out and you just go around, and I just took this photo, and yeah, it's a very Dukes of Hazzard type photo. Okay, so now we're on to the Mad Max cars. So 1971 Ford Mustang. This is the Pursuit Special. Obviously it's not the original car, it's not the XB, what they're using in the movies, but this is what the closest you can get. I think I'm at Laguna Seca or Mount Panorama, this actually is, and again, this car is jacked up. You need to use racing soft on this to hold it. It's got a lot of power, and had a lot of fun with that one. It's quite popular on my shared content. So this is the Interceptor. Again, same car, bought a couple of them so I can do this. Love the front grille, changed that. Again, it's all jacked up, used black paint on it, and here in the I actually managed to find the right color, and went on Microsoft Paint and just had a look at the specs, and so that's the right bronze color for the MFP, and also matches the badge as well. And yeah, this is at Mount Panorama as well, and I just took it for a bit of a run, and a great car. Now this next one's a favorite of mine. It's called my Zombie Patrol. So it's the GOC Maverick, which they took from the 70s, and they made it their own. Now obviously I've made it my own, and I made it into a zombie car. Probably spent a good whole weekend on this, and until I was happy with it. Used cobwebs and zombies and blood and everything, and this is a PS remote play, so it never comes out as sharp. There are photos coming in a minute, but This is the remote play, and I can never get it to be nice and sharp for some reason, like the photos that you see there. This is at Red Bull Ring, the short track. Well, actually, the first one was actually Northern Isle Speedway. Now this is the Red Bull Ring. This car flies. I mean, this car I think does like about 246 miles per hour, and it is a monster of a car. Had a lot of fun with it, with the Walking Dead, The Last of Us, and the Firefly logos, and the shotguns, and the number 17, that's my number, and everything else that I did with it. That's me throwing on the handbrake there, and again pausing it and just taking the photo. These last two are the hot rod. I did two versions of this. This is kind of like a not a matte. It's actually like a low sheen paint. I can't remember which color it was. And then I just did the flames. Now with the flames, what you can do is you can duplicate the flame and just do another color beneath it. So the purple you see beneath that flame is actually just the same decal, and it's just pushed back a little bit so you can see a bit of the purple. Again, this is on remote play. You're going to see photos in a minute. But the other one I did was exactly the same, but I decided to go with a purple and yellow finish, and that's coming up in a minute, and there you go. So I got photos of this you're going to see in a minute, but I had a lot of fun with this one as well, and again, I found most of these you know, through the shared content on there from other people who have done. It's very hard to create small SVG files unless you're really good at it, and they only allow 15 kilobyte maximum, so I'm just using whatever people have got on there. And yeah, this is a Daytona tri-oval, and it gets dark and the fireworks go off, so I paused it and took a couple of nice photos there. I think I was losing control there. You can see the front wheels are off the ground, but again, beautiful car, jacked up to the tilt, and hard to control. You've got to be careful with these cars because they really go and they don't have much traction. But yeah, that's it. I just thought people might like it. You can get all these. I'm under Cranberry 1969, but you can just search the car models and usually you'll probably find them anyway. You got this video for reference. But yeah, like these cars are a lot of fun to drive. This is the fun part of GT7 for me. I like racing, but I'm not the best racer in the world, but I do love the liveries, and I'm going to do more. I've got another one working on at the moment. But yeah, well, thanks for watching anyway.